This video explains how to load merchandise information into the Square app for items being sold at the Susquehanna Folk Festival. Performers will drop off their merchandise at the mercantile table. They will identify each item, including its prices and the quantity that they have to sell. We begin by starting the Square application on the tablet, which will bring us to the checkout screen. And what we want to do to add information is to select the More button in the lower right-hand side of the screen. On this screen, we will select items from the list of various things that you can do within the app. On this screen, it gives us the option to create a new item. And what we will do is type an example in for an album that's being sold at the festival. The name of this album will be The Greatest Hits. And the next line down is the category line, and we select the category. What this allows us to do is associate that album to a particular performer at the festival. In our example, we're going to link it to Chris Matthews. We then select the back arrow and scroll down on our screen until we come to the Add Variation button. This particular album we're going to set up that it can be sold in two formats, a CD format and a digital download format. We'll first put the information in for a CD. Under the name, we'll change that to CD, and down below where you see price, we'll put in a dollar value of $20 for the CD. We then select the Manage Stock button, which allows us to put the quantity that the performer gave to the mercantile table for that particular CD. We'll hit the Stock Received link, and in our example, we'll put 25 down as the quantity received. We'll then hit the Save button and the Done button. At this point, you'll see two variations listed on the screen. The CD is the bottom variation, and the top variation is the default that the system sets up. In our case, we want to set up one additional variation for the digital downloads, and what we'll do is we'll choose the regular variation and change its name from regular to digital. In the case of digital downloads for this particular item, we're going to select the price of $10, and we're also going to select the Manage Stock button, which again allows us to put a stock received in. In this case, the artist is allowing 20 different downloads to be sold of this particular item. And then hit the Save button and the Done button. At this point, you'll see the two variations, the digital and the CD, set up along with their individual prices and the quantity that the artist gave to the mercantile table. We then go up to the top and hit the Save button, and which saves that particular item into the Square database. Now, as an example of having visibility and performing a sale on this particular album, select the Checkout button at the lower left corner of the screen. This will give you a list of artists that are selling their different items at the mercantile table. In our example, the top row, middle, is the Chris Matthews performer. I select that, and what you have now is a list of all the albums being sold by that performer. In the case of the item that we just sold, that we just added, we see the greatest hits listed there as having two different prices. If we select that item, we notice that we have the two options of having either a digital or a CD to be chosen as far as this purchase, and has a default quantity of 1, which can be increased. We would then hit the add button to add that to the sale, which you will see on the right-hand side of the screen under the current sales information.